Coronavirus is here to stay, considering that we've not been successful so far in developing a vaccine, or for that matter, that there's no cure right now for the virus. There's no doubt that we all have to learn to live with this virus. So how do we do that? And how do we ensure that we get our lives back on track, in the sense that we ensure resumption of economic activity as was the case before the spread of coronavirus? One concept that's in the limelight and that's making headlines is that of immunity passports, and several governments are talking about introducing immunity passports to ensure that they can certify who is available and who can go out on the streets and be a part of normal economic activity. So let's break down for you first exactly what an immunity passport is. You may have heard this term being used a lot, or terms like recovery certificate and release certificate. What it essentially means is that the person who gets certificate or an immunity passport is in fact immune to the contagious disease. Now, if you're talking about a coronavirus immunity passport, it means this person is immune to the virus. Now, without a vaccine, without a cure, how do you find out if someone's immune? So, for example, if I've contracted coronavirus and I managed to make a full recovery, then it means that I'm now immune to the virus, and then I get an immunity passport. So essentially, anyone who's got the virus and managed to beat it gets this kind of a passport. Now, it has of course been spoken about a lot. Countries like China have already also used it. So it takes all your details. A person who wants an immunity passport has to in fact file their name, their contact details, where they stay, whether they've had any sort of contact with a person who had coronavirus, all their health issues. Basically, all your personal details will be up on this portal. And then there's a color scheme. So if you get a green color scheme, it means that you can travel, you can do everything, you can go ahead and communicate with people and be a part and ensure your life is really back to normal. Now, in India, in a way, you can say that the Arogya Setu app is also an immunity passport, but only in a way, because the Arogya Setu app at this point doesn't prohibit or stop anyone, or say exactly who's allowed to travel and who's not. Now, there are a lot of questions about whether this works. The WHO, the World Health Organization, has said very clearly that this is not the way forward, that immunity passports simply don't help and will not also help in the long run in the resumption of economic activity. But there are many countries right now who are actually considering taking this step. The United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, many others who've been hit so hard by coronavirus and are really struggling to resume economic activity, struggling to ensure that they control the spread of coronavirus and at the same time ensure normal life isn't affected, are actually considering now to go ahead and bring an immunity passport. Now, there are also a lot of questions about what an immunity passport is and what a vaccination certificate is. Vaccine certificate is something that the World Health Organization and several global agencies have very openly said and publicly said they're for. And you have vaccine certificates for many, many diseases. An immunity passport, whereas, is something that is highly controversial and that most authorities have warned against. So why exactly is that? Well, number one, it means that, for example, you have managed to stay safe during this lockdown, have managed to ensure you don't contract coronavirus. It'll mean you then get punished for it, because you won't get an immunity certificate simply because you're not immune to coronavirus. So the fact that you managed to stay safe, the fact that you did not get coronavirus, will actually play out against you when you have to get a job. Now, secondly, when you talk about an immunity passport to battle something like coronavirus, remember that at this point we have very, very limited information and very limited data, and a lot of contradictory reports on whether when one person gets coronavirus, it means that they're completely immune, that they fought off the virus and they've developed an antibody. Is that really the case? We don't know yet. Yes, most scientists are indicating in that direction, but we are not 100% sure that that is the case. So can we afford to give out immunity passports when there's even a 1% of doubt on that front? Absolutely not. Now, another issue is that employers obviously would not want to take a chance at this time of crisis when they're already facing financial crunch and a lot of other issues. They want to ensure that they have the healthiest of employees and don't face a problem not just in hiring, but also that people who work with them are able to put in their full and their 100%. If an immunity passport is given to those who've battled coronavirus and recovered, it means that all the healthy people will not be able to get any jobs. Keep in mind what's happening in India also. The fact that there are several labor laws that have been diluted in some states. The reason that's so very controversial is that it also paves the way in a larger extent for employers to take a call. They can decide if they only want to hire people with immunity passports, then what happens to the others who've been healthy, who've managed to ward off coronavirus? They will be left in the lurch. At this point, of course, it is still very highly controversial, something that most authorities have said will not work on the long run and is impractical because it punishes those who've managed to stay safe and who've managed to stay away from coronavirus.